or is Frostfire gonna take it away? The horn has been rung, and it's time to go straight into the game as we see the double assassin combination from Frostfire. Will this work out?
Frostfire playing really passively for the past 2 games. Not really sure if the nerfs are getting to them, but they are doing the same in this game as well. LCC this time actually not on the Murad. Murad is going into the hands of Zhengin. Instead, LCC prefers the Irie for himself, going head to head with Wachi, and the wrist talent will force LCC to pop that regenerate really early into the game.
Yeah, and she's just gonna take her time. Oh boy, Aris actually misses that and misses that entirely, and Akun is just gonna make it out with no issues whatsoever. Dusk having a time of his life down on the bot side, waiting for the support, but it looks like mid lane is getting shoved out once more as Linksy is just doing exactly what he wants to do. But are they going to hand off the buff over to Daryl, or are they just going to let Murad actually take it? It looks like Murad actually picks up the buff for himself, and L'Oreal is just going to take her time clearing out the waves.
And for once, there is no jungle invade coming in from both teams early on into the game. Both jungles have been cleared by the respective junglers, and you can see Z is just hovering around the bot side. Zengin making the first move, goes in with the Dawn of Time. He's going to retreat back. Z is popped out with the dash, but he's going to run into both Seven and Akun. He's going to take some damage for himself. But you see Ares charging in as the Dane.
Wait, hold on.
Dropping super low might be the wrong choice. Gets the punish. Not enough, but the creep comes in, and Akun takes the first blood for himself. Now he has to retreat. Linky in the fray. Zengin still waiting for that level 4. Hasn't got it yet. The heal comes out. Zaze might just drop down. Death from above brings him to safety. Really good juke coming out from Resurgence, minimizing the loss.
Wow, absolutely great here, but they're going to go straight for the Abyssal Dragon going on the Frostfire so early on into the game. They already managed to pick up a kill for themselves, so this is going to be uncontestable in this point in time. And Murad already having a slight lead here. They're going to push this even further as Malak gets the first kill of the game.
Definitely in the lead.
Wait a minute.
Now, and wait. Ares.
Oh, manages to get away with it just ever so slightly.
Yep, because completed by 7, so save for that. We see both Ares and Linky trying to disrupt Darrow at this point, going for the jungle camp, but 7 and Akun, both of them are here. Here comes the lumber engage, here comes the shock follow-up. Ares has his dash interrupted midway. He's still level 2. Here comes the blink into the wheel. Nothing is going to save him. Akun will take him down once more.
Once again, they get another pick here. Resurgence actually getting punished for their plays here. They are trying to get the information that they need to actually steal away these camps and get some EXP to get back into this game, but instead giving up Thane in response. Not exactly the best trade, but at least it was on Thane and not losing EXP to someone like Linky, who really needs to stay alive to get that EXP consistently. Oh,
7. Fake check into this. Here comes Death from above onto the lumber. Zephys has to retreat. Attack damage is reduced by 7. But so far, Frostfire is doing quite well. The stun does not connect onto the Murad as he retreats with the Dawn of Time, but the duel continues. LCC2 has to use the ultimate. Wachi just holding his ground.
I mean, Wachi definitely can hold his ground. He's Lubu, there's no question about it. It's more of how this mid game is going to play once everybody has their ultimates out, and it's going to be a little bit difficult, especially since Frostfire are playing 2 assassins. They definitely need to snowball a lot harder than this if they want to get this game if they really want to take this game away from Resurgence here. And considering how the top lane is going, it's pretty even, Lubu against Irie, and it's not going to excel too far because Irie's going to do the exact same thing. She's going to look to wave clear, dash in, dash out. There's nothing Lubu can really do to really force her to engage on top of her.
In a second, Abyssal Dragon has spawned, and Resurgence made the first move through. To provoke the Dragon, Ares actually drawing it out really far. Will the Dragon reset? Yeah, he gets reset. Here comes Temporal Turbulence from the Murad once more. 3 members of Resurgence in the front. Counter surprise. 7 gets caught up and he gets taken down. Linky will take the kill.
Looks like the Abyssal Dragon is going to go into the favor of Resurgence here. They could decide to go, but Murad is nowhere to be found to actually help out with this engagement. They might be looking towards the top side to actually kill Lubu here. Lubu is spotted out, but it looks like they will go straight onto on top of Akun. He makes it out with no issues whatsoever, as Zengin is just clearing out the waves so easily.
This allows their own mini wave to crash into the tower. The next batch has not spawned yet, so Mochi has to hold its ground alone for now, whereas you can see LCC2 just waiting in the wing, just trying to disrupt Lubu as much as he can. But the siege weapon will finally be deployed.
Yeah, both sides playing extremely defensively. They don't want to give any more kills to the opposing side here. Daryl blinks out of the way to get... Oh boy! Looks like LCC is kind of in trouble here.
Ultimate from LCC, and comes Ares dab from above onto the Irie. Will she escape? Here comes a good shatter from 7. Will he sacrifice himself? The Kali ultimate. LCC survives! No! The Wolf actually takes him down, and Resurgence will get 2 kills for themselves.
That's actually super unlucky there, getting killed by the Wolf at the very end there, when he was so close to his freedom. Looks like they want some more, and Zengen is kind of in trouble here. They're doing his best, but it's not going to be enough as the rest of the team of Resurgence go invade with a successful, huge punish onto Frostfire.
Zengen takes down Linky, but he gives up his life as the prize. And you can see Ares again. He's one of his favorite or most played heroes, Stain, being a complete nuisance, just constantly disrupting the wave. Whereas the Tara is going to be an impenetrable front line the moment she stacks up that resistance, and 4 members of RSG navigate into Frostfire's jungle.
And now they're playing to their strengths here as Resurgence going for that 4-1 split push composition. They're just going to invade as 4. They know they can't really, as long as they aren't caught off guard by the Assassins, they're not going to worry too much about what they can really provide here, as the Assassins will be trying to push the side lanes as much as possible. And now the wave clear is going to be an important factor by the mid lane here, because once the mid laner is put behind, it's going to be tough to keep defending it.
Bit of engage onto Akun, but look at Ares, he's being called out. The dash is due. The Abyssal Dragon secured by Resurgence, but at the cost of Ares' life. Now, will Daryl be able to escape? A really good shatter from 7. Here comes the shock from Akun. Dust has to retreat from there. Pop the ultimate, will run away with the speed pull. Death from a burst from Zaze brings him to safety. Frostfire gets 1.
Ooh. Resurgence playing that especially well, seeing the danger at hand. They quickly back off as quickly as possible here. Looking on the top side, the wave has crashed quite a number of times, but Lubu actually gets on top of LCC here. He's able to dash out of the way with no issues whatsoever. Actually just walks out.
LCC being really safe right now. Spirit Sentinel going over to the side of Frostfire, and both teams just playing so passively. You don't not as much action as previous game or even during the round robins. No one wants to make a mistake, and especially RSG, they want the 3-0 in the back right now.
Yeah, and it's gonna be a very slow game for them as well, but they scale so well into the late game. So this is just gonna be a really interesting. Oh boy, Ares is gonna be the pick of choices. The rest of the team are trying to chunk him down. Very little health left, and look, do they want to actually continue going on with this fight? No, it does not. They want to keep split pushing, get that 1 pick on that support, and then continuously go for the defense on the defensive.
His ultimate will be expanded, but not really doing too much damage. Nonetheless, Kali's ultimate is a really good poke mechanism to deter the enemies from engaging or overstepping. If you look at Dust in the bot lane, it's going to get killed by Akun. Bonus damage coming in from the passive, starting to build up, but Dust not afraid at all. And at this point, despite Frostfire having more kills, they are at a goal deficit because Resurgence took 2 Abyssal Dragons.
Absolutely, and now they're evening it out overall. They got the pick that they wanted, but it looks like they might get another pick onto Linky here. Is it enough? He blinks backwards. He's going to be safe, and Zengen is in the back line.
Gets baited. Here comes the 2-man shatter. Zengen might just get the kill. Zaze goes down. Another Temper Turbulence from the side of Murad. He gets 2 kills for himself. Ares uses the Stain ultimate. Another dimension from the Murad. Not enough to save him. Here comes Irie LCC2 with the ultimate.
Oh no, whiffing the ultimate at the very end there, really unfortunate. Ended up to being a 2-4-2 there, really sad there. I honestly thought he had that one more ultimate to actually catch Lubu off and go for the big play.
And right now, the kill score again, Frostfire in the lead, but in terms of goal, they definitely are not. And Lubu just got 2 kills for himself as well. Mochi is going to be a really big force to be reckoned with. 3-0 right now, just out-dueling LCC2.
Yeah, and LCC2 is just having a tough time here. He has no kills, 1 death. Really can't do much, but just take camps and quickly dash out of there. He doesn't really want to go into a full-on, all-in fight against a Lubu, especially with the ultimate that really stacks up the amount of lifesteal he has. Just impossible to penetrate.
Here comes the fourth Abyssal Dragon of the game. Seems like RNG wants to take that. Akun has to use the ultimate defensively. Retreat from the fight, and they will lose a tower. They will lose a tower in the bottom lane. Resurgence makes that as a hit. Take the Abyssal Dragon. Zengin will use the Dawn of Time to get away. He gets away with a slip of him. Here comes another two-man ground smash from the side of 7, but Dario is going to get engaged on Ares, saving the rest of his team. Daze turns around with a barrage of spears impelling on the side of LCC. Here comes Temporary Turbulence from Zengin, dealing 0 damage. The Daze ultimate comes down. Daze takes down 7, and it seems like this is not Frostfire's fight at all. Daryl left unchecked. Akun ultimate Linky goes down. Dust gets cleaved. Double kill for Akun, and Frostfire what seems to be a bleak fight. They turn it around. They take 3.
Wow, 3 kills into their side. My goodness, that's going to be a 1-for-3, and that's so huge with side Frostfire here, evening out the goal differential slowly, ever so slowly after losing that turret. And now they're going to slowly try and peel back here, doing really, really well. Malak getting a lot of these kills, as well as Mirat and also L'Oreal, which is all the people that they really want to get the kills on. And now they're going to try and push their way forward, looking to get those turrets. They've already taken the mid turret, which opens up the map so much for them, and they're going to look to go for these big invades.
And you can see Moachi and LCC2 still butting heads. Shurikens left and right, but no casualties yet. 7 and Zhengin moving up to the top side. Moachi is going to see them really soon. Will this be a collapse? Moachi has the wrist stat, and he will dash out from the line of fire. But Frostfire says, we don't want your life, we want the tower. They're most probably going to get it, and Resurgence has to surrender that.
Oh, they don't actually face check the brush. A very good decision, and now they're peeling backwards. A very slow game, very tactical. I'm loving what both teams are trying to do. They're being very careful here. They're not making too big of the rash decisions. But Tara looks like she's kind of in trouble here. But knowing that she's just way too tanky, they just give her up, not realizing that it's really not worth their time. Going for this. Looks like the Darkslayer is being stolen from under their noses here. The Darkslayer goes over to the side of Resurgence.
A really good macro decision from the side of RSG. They saw Frostfire having 3 men at the bottom side, chasing a Tara that they cannot kill. And let's go for the Dark Strain immediately, but now, as I said, she cannot be killed. She might just go down. No, she does not. She survived once more, keeping the Darkslayer above alive.
Ooh, this is a really tough game for both teams. Both teams are playing at such a high level, making these macro decisions, understanding how each side works, trying to make the best, most optimal decision to increase the efficiency of each of their champions. Really a great show here today.
Great show indeed. You see a 3-man collapse at the top side. LCC2 might just be the victim. The Conqueror is waiting for the death roller from Zane. He finally uses it, but it misses. Doesn't matter. Linky will snipe now LCC2 with the ultimate, and now we'll see what Frostfire does. Akun in the front line. Tower will fall. He has to use the shock to disengage, but that from above engaged from the side of this. One-man shatter from the Lumber 7 tries to save Akun, but Akun gets knocked up. He gets shut down. Linky takes the kill for himself again, and Resurgence are in the driver's seat.
And now Murad forces to go to the bot side to clear that wave. Now has to make his way top. He is in a big pickle. He needs to clear that mid wave, but top is just getting hammered so heavily. Murad now clearing the waves really easily. Makes his way, but does he want to actually try and go for the 4v4? Tara is out of position.
Again, the Conqueror being used. Moachi just wrecks the turret, wreck it, Lubu. And Resurgence now taking down 2 lanes of all the outer turrets. Mid lane is the only one standing, but Zengin cannot duel with Dust head on. Power is just too tanky, and with the Abyssal Drake spawning once more, the 5th one in the game, Resurgence takes the number 4 for himself.
Slow and tactical. Resurgence are doing an amazing job here. Denying gold, making the active play, punishing where it needs to be, and just being super reactive here. Oh, but Ares able to get out. I think the big player here is just Ares looking for those picks. He's always catching people off, and he's just so tanky.
He's going to get picked up using charge to run away. It's going to be safe from now. Here comes Linky once more. So far, no 4, 3, and 2 onto Kali, but Lubu is what Frostfire needs to watch out for. Here comes Zengin again with the mirror. He gets stunned up, couldn't get the stacks for the Temporal Turbulence, so he has to blink back to where he came from. Now Resurgence, they want the middle tower.
Yeah, mid tower is going to be a big objective here. Once mid goes down, it's going to be an open map here with Fenris 2 already unlocked for Zengin. He's looking for the opportunity to really chunk out the back line.
Akun again trying to fight Dust head on, but Dust is not afraid at all. Military finally gets taken down by Linky, but LCC2 going to get caught between two members. A really good two-man shuriken stun, but can he dash away? The cooldowns are not up yet. He does not have the ultimate, and Mochi goes ultimate.
And LCC2 just struggling to breathe at this point, being the target for many of these options. Oh no! Actually getting caught out!
Does not save the enough dimension, does not save it in any way. Aries just pushes him back to his own grave. Now Dust getting the split push going. 3 members from Frostfire committing. That from above does not hit, but it doesn't matter. Resurgence are still in the lead. Now Frostfire, they have to reset this. 18 seconds on LCC's death timer.
Oh, bit of a struggle here. They're trying their best. They're going to be looking to break that hotline tower, that final tower, to make it, to expose the core. But they're just methodically taking them out from every single angle. It's becoming difficult for them to actually breathe, having to deal with so many minions. But Aris is caught out, but he is going to make it out with no scaps whatsoever. He's just going to heal it all the way back up. And it looks like the final fight is here.
This might be the final fight. The shot goes in. Akun will shut down. Mochi immediately does. Might just be the second victim. The cleave comes through. And when Frostfire get more LCC at the side, Ares uses the charge, but here comes the shuriken. Stuns on to the Stain, but Linky trying to provide backup fire, trying to provide the cover fire with the ultimate. Ares might just be able to dash away, and he actually does. Frostfire only get one, but it's enough to keep them alive for now.
Absolutely, but Aris is just an impossible tank to actually deal with here. He is just way too tanky for any of the members of Frostfire to actually deal with him overall, unless everybody dedicates their resources to killing him. But now Frostfire, with 2 members, are going to go for the Abyssal Dragon straight away to try and even out the gold lead from Resurgence, who have a 7k gold lead ahead of Frostfire.
Frostfire really have to bite their nails and think of what can they do at this point. Only taking down 2 turrets, and you see Linky already purchasing another core item for himself. I believe he's already at max core items. That's a really scary Kali indeed. 70 minutes into the game, Ares doesn't really get the charge fully onto Zengin, but here comes these with death from above. He suddenly finds himself in the middle of 4 members. Linky is providing cover fire, but Akun drops him with a shot to block out most of the projectile. Here comes LCC2 with the he shuts Linky down, and this in a bit of a pinch. Can he go on a 1v5? Mochi in the backline has the conqueror, but he does not have enough damage to deal with the rest of Frostfire. 3 members drop for Resurgence. Frostfire gets 3-0.
And now Frostfire are in position to take this game back. They've taken the fight that they've been looking for this entire time, and they will be pushing out. They need towers, they need to even out the gold, but LCC finally unlocked, having been denied by Moachi's talent. Really frustrating when they have a flicker to get out of the way, but now they're going to be looking for as many towers as possible to look for the opportunity to come back into this game. Darkslayer coming back up in 16 seconds, but that's the same amount of time Resurgence members will be around.
This was what Frostfire needed all this while. You can see Resurgence is trying to match the aggression with a split push being done by Dust in the top lane. Akun going over to match with it, but can Zengin make it out alive? Another dimension into the Dawn of Time. Mochi still chasing with the wrist style and the Impale lance onto both Zengin and 7. Now he has to choose a target. The Ares ultimate does not land, but here comes Dust with the spin, trying to catch the mirror once more. The punish comes through, and they're desperately trying to protect Zengin, and here comes LCC. Zengin finally goes down. That from above, from the side of this, the Linky ultimate onto 2. 7 gets a 3-man ground shatter, doesn't matter. Ares goes in with the charge. 7 has to escape. Darrow does not have enough damage. He can blink around all he like, but that's as much as he can do. Resurgence take down 4. Resurgence take down 5. Eventually Akun will fall. Frostfire gets executed. They get ace, and Resurgence look for the throne.
Looks like this is going to be the end of the road. Mid lane minions are making their way through. If they rush this fast enough, they can actually tank the core and make their way to victory. That one super minion is leading them to victory, as Aris is going to be taking the tower, tanking the core at first to allow the rest of his team members, and the minions have finally come in. And now we have our representatives of Malaysia. This is going to be the game.